Hello everyone, it's Dman number 5, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm looking at the first. I'm looking at the opening scene from the 2022 DC movie, The Batman, which is one of my favorite Batman movies. It's one. It's not the only one, so I don't want any. But The Dark Knight's better. I don't want any of that in the comments. This is one of my favorites. One of mine. There's more. It's one. But yeah, let's get right into it. Mm.
Thursday,
Oh, I love
October
this.
31st.
All right, so here we got a close up shot, an extreme close up shot of what is a light bulb, which we find out to be throughout this montage, actually of lights turning on. It's to the bat signal, and one thing that we do here that we haven't really heard Batman do a lot in previous movies is narrate, which is very weird because there's so many like parodies of Batman that have him narrating, but yet he's never done it in like movies like this, and I think it's done very well for this world that is set up because it's very detective noir. It's very gritty, as you'll see as we keep watching. But I love that this Batman narrates, and I love the voice that's done for it. I love that extreme close up shot of like the rain hitting the light glass, and the rain like steams from the heat of the lights. It's so good, such a good attention to detail, and I love it. I love the music too. I love how the music that is done by Michael Giacchino, who's done so much scores for movies like Rogue One. I think he even did some of the Planet of the Apes movies that came out. I think he does a great job with this kind of stuff. Um, and now we get to see my favorite version of
The city
Gotham.
street.
I love this shot. It's a pan down, extreme long shot of Gotham, and it's done so well. It gives you a good look at what Gotham is. It's very crowded, cluttered, crammed. Like, look at all these electric billboards. This is something you see in like New York, which is a very big city, but this is Gotham City. This is a small but very big, but people are so cramped into it. I love how you can see like news stations, advertising, just to show like the level of like corruption, and like there's even a sign for like don't do this. This is a drug in this world. It's called drop heads, or no, not drop heads. It's called drops. And
Streets
as
are
you can
crowded.
see, yeah, like the like don't do this is on it. It just gives it like a little bit of layer and texture to what kind of world this is. And I love the rain. I think I consider the rain in this movie its own character because it is in it so much, and it gives so much detail to this world. Like, even though it's raining so hard, the light shines through. It makes it look murky, gritty, almost like we're seeing this through someone's point of view. And we later do. We
But
actually
it's the
see
holiday.
this through. Now, Batman just said holidays. This is Halloween. And this movie is loosely based off the Batman comic The Long Halloween. And to be honest, most Batman movies are. Like, Batman Begins was, The Dark Knight was. So yeah, so whenever you hear that they're taking inspiration from Batman movies, just know that's either The Long Halloween, The Dark Knight Returns, or Batman Year One, or if we ever get lucky, Batman Ego. But yeah, I love this pan down, extreme long shot of Gotham City. I love how it looks. This is clearly Chicago. Like 55% of this movie is shot in Chicago, and I love it. What it is a fun little game that you should do when watching Batman movies, like the live action ones. Try and figure out which one is which no, not which one is Gotham City, which one is Chicago or New York. And if you get it right, the other guy has to take a drink. That's a pretty fun drinking game, in my opinion. But yeah, I love this. I love the like you can see the traffic is jammed. There's like people gathered all around. This is a very crammed and crowded city, and I love it. I love how they make this city look. It's so good.
Even with
Look at
rain.
this. Who has this kind of costume parade in this weather? It's so good. And we get I think to say, yeah, I think it's just a long shot, really well done. We see, if you can't tell, this is Batman, by the way. This is him in his disguise. Look, you can see this guy's backpack. He's got a heavy raincoat, hood up, and that you can't tell very well because of the camera, but this is a thermos. That's hilarious. That means that he's got soup in there. I wonder what kind of soup Batman eats. But yeah, look at this. Oh, look how it's so well done. And the selective composition too in this movie is such a big part of it, like the rain. Then we get a
Hidden in
point
the
of view
chaos
shot.
is the element,
Mm.
waiting to strike like snakes. But I'm there too.
Good editing. Really good editing. I don't know if this was planned, but this is really good editing. When it says, but I'm there too, shows him. That's really good. We get yeah, I would say this it's a medium close up shot of Batman walking. I love that we can see like just a little bit of it. Like he's wearing a cap and everything, trying to keep himself really concealed in because Bruce Wayne is a famous figure, and as we learn later in this movie, Bruce Wayne's not really that much of a public figure. Like he's not really out in the public that much. So this is a really good disguise for someone who's not really out that much. But again, also dressing him as a big bad is also a good disguise. But it depends on who you are.
Too. Watching. 2 years of nights.
I love the use of
Turned me
slow-mo.
into a nocturnal animal.
Another good editing cue and another good insight to the character. 2 years of nights. That means he's been doing this for 2 years now. And again, another taking from Batman stories, taking from Batman Year One. Not exactly Year One, you can call it Year Two, but again, another take, another like adaptation of Batman comics. I love what it says turned into a nocturnal animal. It does a extreme close up on his eyes, kind of show that like that they're dilated. It almost looks like he's got bags underneath them. He's been doing he's been doing this. He hasn't gotten that much sleep, and that's what I kind of like about this Batman. He's a guy who doesn't have a bedtime. And I love this shot too. It's good editing. It's good editing.
I must choose my targets carefully.
I love this shot. Makes it look like that he's watching from a distance, which is kind of what they want him to do, and almost makes him seem like a horror movie villain. It's pretty good. Come on. One thing I should talk about this. Not many people know, but like some big people know. The guy who's the mugger is dressed like a character from a previous Robert Pattinson movie, where Robert Pattinson played a drug addict, I think. And this is the kind of the exact same outfit, minus the mask. Minus the mask. I think that's a little fun Easter egg. If you're a big Pattinson fan, you probably got that right away. But again, another good Easter egg from the director.
Give me the money. Let's go.
I also love that mask.
It's a big city.
I like this. This is one thing that I like that they did. Oh, again, slow motion and the composition is so done well. Look at that. Sound quality is done very well. With the transitions as well, like that.
They don't know where I am.
I do love, you probably heard Batman saying, I can't be everywhere. This shows that, like, when he uses fear, he wants them to think, oh, that I am everywhere. And knows how some of them look into darkness. Not yet. You'll see in a little bit, but I love this shot. Look at this guy, man. You see his kid, he's very conflicted. You can even tell by... Jesus. I like to call this gang the Jokers because They look like the Joker. Um, that guy's clearly the leader because of look at the look he gives. And we see this kid. Now, this actor in general is very interesting because he has been in another DC project. Actually, the DC project that he was in came out, I think, a few months before this movie did. It was called Titans, which was an adaptation of the DC Teen Titans, where he played Robin. Now, in if these movies if this series of the Batman do continue and they bring in Robin and it's him, that's gonna be really weird because that means this guy would have been playing Robin twice. But also, people at the time when they saw this guy in the movie, they were like, "Oh, that's Robin." And you can they kind of hint that this guy is a good person or that he could become Robin because look how the paint is done on him. It's half showing like he's not truly like on. I'm just gonna say the dark side, but he doesn't really know. Like he doesn't really think this is a good idea or like this is like a good crowd that he wants to be in. Just good camera hands. Look at the way he looks at this guy, and this is what I was talking about. Using the darkness and shadows that Batman uses to make villains think that he's there. Look how it's done. It's like, is he there? Is he not? You can't really tell. Oh, so good. Then we get to this composition again of Batman putting on his eye makeup. Now, this is something that we have not seen in previous Batman movies, acknowledged mainly. So I'm just going to tell you this. If you have never noticed, in every live action Batman iteration, except for Adam West, he is wearing black eye makeup. Why? I don't know, but it makes him look cool. And in every iteration, except for this one, they don't acknowledge that he's wearing it whenever he takes the mask off. When he does, uh, the eye makeup is gone. When he's wearing it, the eye makeup is on there. So the fact that this is the only Batman to ever like fully accept and acknowledge that yes, he wears eye makeup. It's not a big thing, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that like, oh yeah, we'll add this part. Makes him look gives him the grittiness and like almost brings him into the real world as if in like well in our iterations Batman has kind of been like shown yeah he can be in the other world with the Bale movies and kind of Batman v Superman if you want to go that far, but now in this one it's like this is really Batman in the real world. Also love how it's a close up on pass and rubbing in the eye makeup, and we get another pan or yeah, pan tracking shot and close up shot of the Batman cowl in the light. I love the light that they use. It's dark and red. This is kind of the same like promotional colors that they use for posters and in the trailers. It's very well done. And also like it's good lighting too.
We have a
Not too
signal
bright.
now
I
for when I'll
love
need
that
it.
bat signal hat's cracked almost. It's
But when
not
that
really
light
a
hits the
signal.
sky,
Look at the smoke too.
it's not just a call.
See Jim Gordon there.
It's a
I love this shot. I want to make it a poster for God's. That's how much I love this shot. I want to make it a poster. So we see the traffic, and we see like Times Square and everything. This is I'm trying to figure out which city this is. This might be New York. Actually, I'm gonna say Chicago. Yeah, and I love how Jim Gordon is framed, also played by the great Jeffrey Wright. Really loved his version of Jim Gordon in this movie. I love how usually, I love how where like the bat signal is placed, like the bat meeting, bat meeting, just the team meeting is usually it's on top of Gotham Police headquarters, but in this version in a rundown construction site showing Batman's not truly trusted by the police force, and Jim Gordon is the only one who does, and he's like, "Well, I gotta find a way to meet this guy, so this is where it is." It gives a lot of detail to the kind of world and what place in like the Bat timeline that we're in. I like it. I love it.
warning.
and
them.
this signals not a call, but a warning to them, meaning the criminals, which is so badass. Like this Batman isn't like a guy that like oh
Fear
it's all about justice. No, he is a demonic
is a
evil
tool.
spirit who just wants to take down the world. I love this. He uses fear as a tool. This is so. It's like a horror movie. You don't know if he's in there. You don't know if he's in the shadows. You're and like we be honest with me, people. We've all had that moment. You've looked down a dark alley or dark hallway, and you think something is in there. You are like 50-50%. There's a 50% chance that something is in there, and it's either good or bad, but you know that it is bad. And I love it. Batman should be shown as a creepy, demonic spirit of vengeance, and it's so well. I love how it's shown with the music too. Notice how the music builds with the violin playing. Oh my god, it's so good. The guy backs away. He's scared. He is
Hey, you
beyond
idiot! Whoa!
terrified. He's
Watch
like,
where you're
"Get
going!
me out of here!" Swimming in this helicopter going all over the place. The guy knows caught. Goes away. He sees the signal. Look at his eyes. Another
You
good
think
one.
I'm hiding in the shadows?
Music builds, and we see this guy's eyes kind of with with a medium shot. Look at it. He is terrified. Can't see very well, but his eyes are wide, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that." It just rolls away. I love the camera. Oh no, no, the sound design too. See the police cars, you can hear them, and you can see them approaching.
But I am the shadows.
So good. I love that. I am the shadows. Chicago. We see all the Jokers leave from the back. They follow him. Very good use of the music. It
Where you
mainly
going?
focuses on him now. He focuses on him. Oh, love this long shot of the subway station. Very run down, very gritty. Even the rain somehow is coming through the roof onto the floor, which is what this is used for. It's used for covering the rain. And it's oh god. I love the rain in this movie. It is its own character. It's so good. Grab his head like that. Why are all these? Why do have these guys like bald? Love that. Love the use of music. Right when it shows the signal, boom. The music starts up again. It's so good. I love this movie. I love this movie. See, he's conflicted. Like he doesn't think this is a good idea. Right now it's because Batman is near, but like he's a good guy. Use the sound design. Hmm. Now, some people are a little bit torn on this. Like, oh, Batman shouldn't be heard. He's like a ninja. He's supposed to be silent. All that. I agree, but it depends on the It depends on the version that you want to do. This Batman, not only is he in his second year of crime fighting, which is like, oh, he's still trying to figure everything out. This Batman wants to be heard. He wants people to hear him coming because he wants to be this scared. He wants to have this presence, like a terrifying presence. Again, like a demon from hell or a horror movie slasher. Like he wants them to hear him coming. Like this is your final chance to leave, or else hell will be unleashed upon you. So well, I love this. God, what do I even call this? I want to say, I want to say long shot. Um, of like how these guys are framed, how like the hallway is like a portal from hell opening, and Batman's the demon that's coming out to unleash his vengeance on them. So good. It's so good. And the footsteps, like, all look at they carry so much weight on them. It's so good. I love this build up. I love the build up to it. And you'll see once Batman is revealed, like you look closely, he is a dark figure, but you can see it with like the metallic looking pieces on his suit, and the rain too just builds. Oh, it's so good. Finally see it. You're gonna want to do that. Get a close up shot of his feet, and if you look closely, he's kind of like tracking them. I don't know if that. I think that's to like make his footsteps sound heavier, like to have the heel hit harder too as he tracks them. It's done very well. And notice the sound design for his suit. It's got a bit of a clank to it. Now I don't know if that's of the shoes, or of like the gear that he's wearing. But uh, we get a let's say it's a medium shot. We see a little bit of his suit. We get a closer look at the cowl. I gotta be honest. I even have it right here, or the popcorn bucket of it. This is not my favorite cowl. There are some problems with it. Like the ears are a little bit too small, or like a little bit too sharp. The nose is alright, could use some work. But yeah, it's mainly the top that I'm not a big fan of. But everything else, I love that he doesn't have like the chin wrap around him. It's mainly underneath here to give him more like of a jawline, more composure too when he's speaking. I love like how the bat symbol looks. Like this clearly looks like that can be taken out and used as a weapon. The shoulder pads, the cape, the collar around. That's really weird, but I love it. It really fits. I love how like Pattinson just looks like he looks intimidating. He looks scary. He really fits into it. When I first heard he was cast as Batman, I was like, the guy from the Twilight movies, really? Where, like vampire dude? Okay, Batman's it's another George Clooney problem, but probably is one of my favorite live action Batmans aside from Adam West. I love Adam West so much. All right, let's move on.
The hell are you supposed to be?
I love this. I love notice the body language. He's like swearing him up, like this is my prey and shit. Like he's swearing him up. That's such good body language. Yeah. And notice in the background, like you can kind of, it's a blink and you'll miss it moment. The guy right here is recording. The composition too is, and like the focus is mainly on this guy. And the camera even angles Batman. He's taller too. Like this guy's just looking up to him. Batman's just so much taller. It's done very well. I love this shot. Um, and then we see this guy get his ass kicked. Boom, boom, boom. Oh,
I'm vengeance.
that's so good. All right, so a few things to break down this fight. One, it's a medium close-up shot, which is very well done, very well shot. Another thing you should notice, sound design is fucking amazing. The punches that he lands not only sound heavy, but sound like they actually hurt, and it's even more, like just I'm not gonna say traumatizing, but like shocking just seeing like this Batman just pummel this guy to the ground. And you're like, jeez, dude. Like his punches sound so hard. It sounds like this. Batman is definitely one of those characters. Yeah, he doesn't kill, but like the fucking hospital bills will fucking kill you after you fight Batman. Uh, oh my god, just adds so much layers to the character. Like he's this young like it's young Batman. He's just so gritty and like so angry that he's just like when he beats up these guys, it's painful and it sounds really painful. Like even when like look right here, he breaks the guy's arm. Oh my god, that guy proceeds to beat his mom, and then oh, just that hit alone, great acting from Pattinson. Like when he hits him, his head goes down and up, and oh, it's done so well. And his voice.
I'm vengeance.
Mm. Notice the music too to like the build of like the violin going. That's great. When he says "I'm vengeance," that is my that is so good. That like just basically that basically was like the final. You can trust this Batman adaptation because it's I love the voice. It's not too annoying, it's not too weird, and it's not too boring. It's not like any usual Batman um voice that we heard, which is usually or like Batman imitation that we've heard. It's usually Christian Bale's "I'm Batman" or like Michael Keaton's "I'm Batman." This is very it's done it's his own version, it's his own Batman voice, and I love it. It's a whisper, but it's also like a graspy whisper. it's
I'm vengeance.
it's well balanced, I love it. I love this Batman voice. I love how it's shot too. It's let's say it's a medium shot. Yeah, this is a medium shot of Batman to give him with like the focus makes him like this is the significant dominating person in the shot, and not also that, but like the others, like the other criminals who just witnessed this are basically screwed. Giving this Batman like an imposing angle, like even though he's low on the ground, he's very intimidating. It's very well done. I love how this was shot. It's probably one of my favorite shots of Batman movie. Just feel fast it's fun too. Hey, look at how fast the catches already shows you that this guy is a badass.
I'm vengeance.
So good. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for my review of the opening scene to the Batman. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed studying and reviewing it. I love this movie so much. I can't wait for the sequel. I heard that the sequel is like confirmed, so I'm like I'm overjoyed. I'm overjoyed. This is again one of my favorite Batman movies ever. I love rewatching it. I love looking at all the different camera angles, how they all shot. I could review this entire movie again and all its shots. I could do like a whole like commentary on it because there's so many good shots in it, like in the funeral scenes. Like when the Riddler's putting a device on someone's. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. The music too is so good. Something in the Way by Nirvana was used in trailers and in the movie. The score done by Michael Giacchino is great. The camera work, the directing by Matt Reeves, the acting by Robert Pattinson is done so well. I love this movie. If you guys like this and you want me to do other movies, please leave in the comments down below. But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.